So to add to everything I said, those desires are there not without the reason. And these desires are the ones, are the sole reason that you came here to this earth. They're the spark of God, the creator in you. And desire is nothing to be ashamed of, is nothing to get rid of. Because if you look at it, even the state that people launch for and seek for many, many years, also often just it's just a bit futile, because this state doesn't exist. The state of no desires is a desire. Desire to have no desires is a desire. So not having a desire is not true, because you always have a desire when you are focused on this embodiment, on this creation that we are currently experiencing, that you are experiencing, being, having a body, having a mind, hearing my voice. Although everything already is created and there are infinite potentials and infinite realities, this is why you came to experience. And if you dim those desires for so long, you can convince yourself that they are not yours. But I feel that, of course, they are prone to changing, to being modified, to being more adjusted to who you've now become and how the experiences so-called shaped you. But in my experience, at least, the core usually is the same. And yes, sometimes some things are not possible, seem impossible, but your higher self, the subconscious, the mind, the super intelligence, the God in you, the creator in you, the universe, whatever description you add to that energy or consciousness, it knows perfectly well how the highest of the highest can be made manifest for you in this lifetime, and in all lifetimes that you had, will have, and actually have right now, are having in this eternal now. So don't feel guilty for them, even if the desires that you have are not of such a pure nature seemingly, and you would feel ashamed of it. When you go deeper, you would find the reason for them, and they would usually, and you would actually realize that, well, maybe actually killing somebody is not what my higher self wants and what is my true desire. I might desire it because of the traumas, because of how I feel unsafe in the world, and how I feel hopeless, and how I feel huge grief and pain for maybe what we've lost, you've lost to them, or they did, or something. But all these things are just a result of statements, of beliefs that are not ultimately true, because there is no lack, there is no death, there is no lack of any source. There is always more and more, and everything is perfectly love abundant, and the perfection of all, from the perfection, something that's manifested through states of pain and fear and causing harm to others, that are you actually is not aligned to this core, to the essence, to these values. So investigating all your desires will lead you to the ones that truly spark the light in you. And through going through that process, and sometimes it's easier to actually fulfill the desires that are, so-called lower, not of the highest nature, to then gain more wisdom in a way, to know that this is not what we wanted, and in actuality we would desire something else. So that's why I repeat self-love and love and this embodiment, this knowing of perfection is the key, because without that we'll constantly beat ourselves up for what we are, what we did, what we did not do, what is our experience and why is it like it is. And from the logical mind, it is always the past, the effect, like now is the effect of the past and all that. There is the cause and effect, that kind of logical mind that will always assign it to any faulty in us and mistakes or what we've done wrong. But and the core of it is lack of self-love, really. That's the core of that, and that's why it's manifesting in this way and you're experiencing it this way. So love yourself, forgive yourself. Don't focus that much on accepting and forgiving myself. I lost so much time because this is futile. Everything is already accepted and you're already forgiven. And very often for our minds, when we focus on accepting something and forgiving, but in that aspect we have such build up resistance that we would focus on the things that we think that we have to forgive ourselves for, and therefore activate all those negative, non-desirable and painful for us situations and emotions, and evoke all that and repeat that instead of actually doing the forgiveness, which is doing it itself. It's made. It's a natural thing that is done once the act is done, because it's eternal, because there is eternal goodness and love and perfection. So you don't need to forgive yourself for anything, because you are perfect and you deserve love, and nobody can take it from you, because this is who you are, and nobody can take your worth from you, because you are the highest worth, and nobody can take anything, or nothing can take anything, because it's your birthright, even before the birth. It's who you are.